the next couple of weeks, Call of Duty will be finally hosting its first beta for the new Blackout game mode. Personally, I am extremely pumped. I am a fan of all FPS games, whether it's Battlefield, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six. I love them all. But the fact that Call of Duty is entering itself into the Battle Royale theme is pretty awesome in my opinion. Now, if you're playing this game on console, sadly you will have to pre-order the game in order to try out the beta. But that's not too much of an issue because usually on console everybody pre-orders the game anyways. PC is the main concern because everybody's a little skeptical if this game will actually be good on PC. But if you are a little skeptical, like I just said, you could play it for free starting the 15th. But if you pre-order, obviously you can play it a day early on the 14th, but if you're not into all that stuff, you can play for free, so you don't even have to stress it. But I thought it would only be right if I decided to pretty much put out my wish list for what I want to see in the new Blackout game mode. So that's what this video is going to be on today. I'm basically just going to list off everything that I hope they will put into the Blackout game mode. Don't criticize. None of this stuff that I'm saying is confirmed in the actual game mode. This is just a wish list. This is just what I'm hoping they do decide to put into the game. Now, I am pretty sure that is now officially confirmed that there will be 100 total players in a Blackout game mode. But the first thing that I hope that they decide to do is still make this a very fast-paced experience. I don't want them to pull a PUBG where matches last about a half an hour or more. And I don't really want them to pull a Fortnite where they probably last about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm really hoping they aim for a typical 10 to 15 minute match. A typical Call of Duty match, whether it is TDM, DOM, Hardpoint, anything like that, is usually around 10 minutes. And if they can kind of stick to that formula, not only will it make it feel a little bit more like Call of Duty, but it will definitely change up the marketplace for Battle Royale games. We really have been spoiled with a lot of Battle Royale titles lately, and a lot of them typically span around 20 to 30 minutes at least, and a lot of people kind of enjoy that playstyle now, and I understand that a lot of you are going to be angry at this topic of a 10 to 15 minute Battle Royale, but I just think that we need something like this in the marketplace. It'll be so much easier just to sit down and enjoy a Battle Royale game without knowing I'm going to have to spend at least half an hour dedicated to this match. You know, if you want to play before work, it'll be a lot easier to get in a 10-minute match compared to a half an hour match. And yes, I understand that the map for this is going to be extremely large, and usually when you have a large map, the matches will typically last 20 minutes and up just because of the scale of the map, having to take in the account how many players are going to get killed right off the bat, and also when the zone is going to decide to move it in. All of these things play a factor in Battle Royale games, so if half the lobby drops hot and they all die out, and then you have like the other half scattered around the edges of the map, it's going to be a lot less action and a lot more time until the game completes. But if you do decide to shrink the times of the zone, typically making a match 10 to 15 minutes, regardless if everybody lands hot, people will still get into action and the matches will still move quick. And this is probably what makes the Battle Royale game modes so slow. Half the server always dies out. Nobody spreads across the map like you would typically think you would want to do in a survival game. Everybody just loves to go hot, die instantly. And I can't complain about that because I am a huge fan of that as well. But it definitely takes at least half the server away when you do decide to land hot and all those people die. And then on top of that, it's a huge map and the zones take a while to finally kick in. Matches take a long time. So if they can at least decrease the time to 10 to 15 minutes and make the zone move in a little bit quicker, I think they have a solid formula here. No AI controlled kill streaks. I can't even stress this enough, and I pray to God that they do not put this in this game. There's no need for any AI controlled kill streaks in a Battle Royale game type. I think everything that is used in a Battle Royale game should be manually driven by an actual player. If you're in a helicopter, it should be driven by a player. A tank, it should be driven by a player. You should not have any kill streaks or anything that could be driven by an AI that a person doesn't have to technically risk their life while using. Now you can say a RCXD car is pretty much, not risking your life while using, but you are AFK while using it. If your teammates are not watching your back, you can get shot while using an RCXD car, and it will end your basically kill streak and cycle and a W in the Battle Royale match. So little streaks like that I do not mind, but I mean, come on now. If we're talking about bringing in like an attack chopper to give you supportive cover, that's going to be a little bit obnoxious, and I don't think too many people are going to appreciate dying to an attack helicopter when they're trying to gun you down instead, and it's not even your skill who killed the other player, it was the AI kill streak that killed the other player, so it kind of takes a huge chunk of the survival factor out of this Blackout game mode. And honestly, all big score streaks should pretty much be taken out of the Blackout game mode as well, even if you drive them too. I mean, please just think about it. How would you feel if you're in like the final four, you're playing duos, it's you and a friend versus another duo, and they call in a frickin' AC-130? How would you honestly feel about that moment? Would you feel cheated out of the match, or would you feel like that's completely fair? My personal opinion, I would be pissed, and I would feel completely cheated out of that game because they did nothing with gun skill to get me. They just called in a streak that I can barely shoot down, and if I do shoot it down, it won't risk their life at all. They're still alive while destroying me with these huge rockets coming out of an AC-130. So I think they should pretty much stray away from any large kill streaks. Just stick to the drivable vehicles to get around the map, and maybe some small streaks like we saw in the trailer, like RCXD cars and stuff like that. I really hope they allow you to pick up attachments in the Blackout game mode. From what I heard, it's pretty much variants of weapons that you can pick up, which will already have pre-attachments already on them. But I really would probably enjoy more if you could pick up stuff like red dots, silencers, compensators, all those little things in the game, all those attachments that will help out a little bit more with your guns. I like that idea a lot more than just picking up default weapons that have attachments already on them. I don't really care for that idea. It doesn't really bring the Battle Royale theme to alive for me. I think the best way to do a Battle Royale game is to drop you with nothing. You find your weapons, you find your attachments. If you don't find the attachments, you got to deal with the weapon alone. And if you get kills, it will truly show off your skill at the actual game itself, and it'll probably give you a more rewarding W than just cheating, finding a quick gun that has a million attachments on it and slaying everybody in your sight. And I am 99.9% sure they're probably going to add the additional armor that you can get in multiplayer into the Blackout game mode. And if anybody's watched my videos, you know that I'm not too big of a fan of this armor. I think it's probably the stupidest thing they've probably added into the Call of Duty game, and it really throws off the mojo of the gunfights. Now, it is fair in Battle Royale game modes, because whoever finds the best loot should come on top. But don't allow armor to be a frequent find. It should be a very hard thing to get. More than likely, it should just be a supply drop type deal, where it's a loot crate that falls from the sky, like you would see in PUBG or Fortnite, and you would find the armor in there. That would be a good deal, but if I'm just going to run into the first building and find armor instantly, I'm not going to enjoy the game mode at all, and it's literally just going to turn it into an armor fest. Mark these words again, and we're going to go back to this video when we finally test out the Blackout game mode, but I'm pretty positive there are going to be armor packs, and I think they're probably just going to put them everywhere around the map. I hope they do loot crates with them and have to actually pick them out of boxes, but they're probably going to be in the first house that you run into loot. I also hope they really emphasize on teamwork in this new game mode. Battle Royales, if you play anything besides solos, it's a very team-based game mode. You need to communicate a lot in order to win, whether it's call-outs, giving each other loot, anything of that sort is very important. Now, call-outs are very obvious, but my main concern is the loot. By the way that we've seen it so far in the heist game mode, you can pick up meds and you can pick up ammo packs, but can you share these things? Now, we haven't seen anything yet with an actual inventory system where you can open up your inventory, check out your items and stuff like that, and I feel like they're not going to do that. They're probably going to typically stick to the primary, secondary. You have your lethal, tactical, then like you see on the bottom of the screen, you hit, for me it's X to revive yourself or E to use whatever else that you have going on. I don't know if you're going to be able to split your items, if you can give meds off, if you can drop some ammo for teammates. I think that you should, but honestly, they're either going to take that route, or there's just going to be a massive supply of these items, and you could probably find meds all around the map. You'll find ammo everywhere, and you probably won't even have to worry about these two things. But if they don't take that and they try to take the more survival tactic of this battle royale game mode, I really hope they allow you to split stuff, because that's very important in every battle royale game mode. I mean, every game that I play of PUBG, I don't think there's one game that goes by where I do not give my teammates any ammo, health, meds, anything. I mean, I'm always constantly splitting stuff. People are always constantly splitting stuff for me too. That's just what you do in battle royale games. So if they're trying to take a survival aspect, hopefully they add a slight inventory system into this game where you can at least drop and split stuff. But that about sums up all of my ideas for my wish list for the new Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout game mode. Thank you all for tuning in to yet another one, and I hope you all enjoyed my list of ideas. Make sure you leave down in the comments section on what you all think, if my ideas were good, if they're bad, if maybe you should adjust some of them, change a few things around, whatever you guys think. I love reading them in the comments section as always. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to get more content, and also hit that bell button to be notified on all of my recent uploads. And if you don't feel like doing that, you can always hit up my Twitter account as well, at JBoneTheMan. You can follow me on there. I always talk about anything that's game related between Rainbow Six, PUBG, Fortnite, Call of Duty, all those types of games, and also I update everybody on my upload schedule there. But as always, I thank you all for tuning in to yet another one, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.